Got
Huh?
ready? Got your notes?
I think so. Yo, we in the building.
Man, I haven't been in the building in a minute. I missed you guys. It's been a while, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing my first podcast. Like, you do something for a long time, kind of get in the groove. I'm nervous right now.
What? You nervous? Come on, man.
Nervous.
What you nervous
My
about?
hands are sweating right now. We got a hot topic though.
Hey, you ready for it?
Absolutely. I mean, it's something that everybody's talking about anyway, so might as well give our opinion on it. Now bring them notes out. What you got?
Man, I don't have to bring the notes out right now.
No, they ain't. They. It's in your mind.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
First of all, man, this is Mo Elrod.
Oh, y'all know this Marlon Lowe.
Yeah,
For
man.
shizzle, for
Gotta
shizzle.
definitely get a proper introduction. It's the summer,
Absolutely.
and it's hot in here.
It is hot. And it's we
And we both got on all black.
all black. It's going down. It's going down. Look, man, it's been a lot of things going on. First of all, from the basketball community perspective, man, let's just say that, look, as I said last week, travel basketball is over.
Over. That's crazy, man. It went by so fast.
Man, so when
I
we
say
left,
every year too.
when we left Las Vegas, I had a friend of mine who does good, I ain't gonna say he's not just a friend, but a guy who does we cool, does events, and he asked us to come out and support this event last weekend. Not the back to school jam at Yates, but another event for my younger kids. And I just told him, man, look, nah, we done.
Tired. I'm tired, boss.
It's over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's for nothing now. And at the same time, one of my coaches for one of the younger teams asked, well, Lo, let's do it. I said, look, it's not going to prove anything right now from my perspective. And I'm not about to, I don't think it's a good time to be spending $60 a day, $15 each to get in for what?
Yeah.
We went to Vegas. We done our thing for the young guys. It's over. Let's roll.
Yeah. Let's take it on home. Take a couple weeks off. Not do anything basketball related for a while. Just chill.
Just chill, man. I need to get away from these kids.
Yeah, they got to quit from me.
Kids need to get away from me. They need time to just be kids. Let them sleep sleep in on the weekend. Not to worry about getting up for an 8 o'clock game. Let them just relax. For what? Why are we playing right now? If it
serves no purpose.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I chose not to do that. But I just wasn't good for me.
Here's what it is.
Yeah.
Was he salty?
Huh?
Was he salty? He understood then. 'Cause he was tired too.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah, it's a long.
They're trying to get that paper though.
Yeah, but it's a long. Spring and summer. You spend a lot of time in the gym, a lot of time on the road. We love it though. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So it's good to. Like I'm going to Rucker on Wood. It's an event in Houston that the RCS Sports puts on for each age group. Kind of helps them with their rankings and things of that nature. I'm going to be a spectator this year. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, I'm going just to watch.
You got somebody else that's going to be holding the camera?
Nah, I don't even. That kind of event is really not nothing I'm going to utilize for video purposes anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you.
It's really just kind of just check it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Be
get
back in
that.
the gym.
I get that.
Sometimes you want to be a spectator.
I was about to say you deserve to be a spectator,
Yeah.
man. You always the man behind the camera getting it all in.
So sometimes it's good just to watch and just chill. And sometimes, you know what? Sometimes it's good not to even go. Just I ain't gonna be there this weekend.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me what happened on social media or whatever. Might give me a call, but
That's exactly why I said, look, we ain't going.
yeah.
Even Hicks had his back to school deal, back to school event this past weekend. He's always had that, And I think this is one of the first times I never went for the whole event, but I was stepped through. It's my first time not going through there not one time. I was just like, look,
I'm done.
Yeah, I need to relax.
Detox.
It's a real. I need to detox.
Before you know it, you right back in it.
Right back
all
in it.
over
Especially
again.
if you got some younger kids about to start up again. And people, those with football, they're going to start doing football.
Yeah, man. School getting ready to start all this.
But before we get started, man, you said you have an announcement to make, man. You got an announcement to make.
I do?
Yeah. You said you got an announcement to make. You forgot about it already, but I'm about to remind you about it.
Remind me, because I don't know what announcement.
You said the Mac is back.
The Mac? Oh, yes. So for all of our listeners out there, it's my fault. It's all on me. I've been having some computer issues, man, with the Mac, and everything is all squared away. So I will be feverishly uploading all the past videos. Sometimes people want to, watch the interview, and as opposed to just hearing about it. So, coming real soon. I'm gonna have everything, all the old stuff uploaded, man. It's gonna be a good look. So, low happy in the mug right now, I'm sure.
Man, I've been waiting. Hey, hopefully in about another day or two, y'all can look over and say video at the video at the video at the video
at the video.
Hey, because he came in.
I'm about 25 down.
He came in one time, y'all, about three episodes ago with the camera. I said, man, just put that up, man. I don't even record.
He did say he tried to play me. I said, hold on, fam. I still need this.
I said, man, don't even record, man. Put that up, man. Let's just do this, man. I don't even know why we doing this right now.
No, man. I got this.
All right.
So yeah, we back rolling.
We about to start posting more. We about to start posting more.
A couple days, man, and start doing that. What's funny, man? Somebody asked me about doing Facebook Live or whatever. And so I guess we'll do it at some point.
Yeah, but we had a short one where we tried it once before.
Yeah,
and we could. We talked about just doing it short spurts and then let them watch the rest of it, listen to the rest of it when the podcast drops.
It's about listenership.
Absolutely.
So you gotta get the listeners.
Yeah, we get more. It's more people that's apt to listen than it is to view.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
So, but for those who
you know what, you only gonna get a lot of views. We gotta be in here damn near fighting each other, literally. Just being just ratchet as hell. People have tuned in like no other then. But just having a good wholesome conversation.
Nah,
it ain't enough.
That ain't worth enough. That ain't worth enough of my time. I need to see some jaws jacking there. Yeah, you right.
Exactly. So we gonna post the videos. I got y'all on that. But that is the announcement.
Man,
what you got?
We talked about the basketball part. Now we gonna have to jump in real quick on. We've talked about it before, but we gonna revisit it. Because it's the thing that people are talking about nowadays, and it's the Colin Kaepernick situation.
Yeah.
And first of all, many people say that he's not being blackballed. He's just other people that are just getting that spot for him. What do you think about that?
Man, if you don't think he's being blackballed, then I don't know what the hell you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. At one point in time, I mean, I watch football. Obviously not my favorite sport, but I tune in, so I know what's going on, right? And so, at one point in time, can't think of the year, but it wasn't that far long ago when he was in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that he's not a worthy backup in the NFL or a worthy starter on some of these trash-ass teams out here, right? So I understand he had a couple rough years here and there, whatever the case may be, but to bring Jay Cutler, not from the shot, to bring Jay Cutler out of retirement, that's a joke. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't think he's being blackballed, like I don't really know. I don't know what's wrong with you.
I was starting to think that his if he was had more apt to be with the Seattle Seahawks than even Miami, because at least I know that in Miami, that coach and Jay, I think they was together at one point in time, so they know the playbook and things of that nature. So he know a little bit about that coach, but the guy who they signed in Seattle in front of Kaepernick, come on, man.
I don't even know who the dude is.
Exactly.
And so
it's terrible. It's disrespectful.
So it's one of those things where like it's tough, right? Because we were in a group chat and you talked about you know, really being an advocate for speaking up, right? And really using your power. I think you know, you have the power of influence on a world or a community or a team. You know, whatever your power of influence is, whatever you have, whatever your those numbers are that you influence, you know, you should be a positive influence to those people, right? And so, you know, I think about growing up in Chicago, you know, born in '79, so you know, '80s crack era gangs, all that, and I remember people getting robbed and killed for their Jordans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Michael Jordan is in the city.
Yes.
Michael Jordan never said nothing.
He cared too much about his personal brand.
Yeah, he never said a word about it. You know what I'm saying? Nike never said anything about it. They just made more shoes and made more money, you know, off of people, really the poor community, really,
their
because
desire to have that shoe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so, again, the power of influence. You know, if Michael Jordan if he took a stance, or if Nike took a stance on, you know, the problems and again, this is the urban, you know what I mean, these are black communities, you know what I'm saying? If you ask the average person who's buying, you know, Jordans, it's going to be black and brown people,
right?
For the most part,
right.
And so at the end of the day, his influence that he had over the city of Chicago and beyond, he didn't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? And so like now, moving forward, I'm thinking about Kaepernick's situation, and it's like you would hope, wish, or pray that other people would have taken a bigger stance.
Man.
Because one thing about it is this: I don't give a damn what nobody say, and I do understand that if you're not in that situation, maybe you will respond or react differently. I get that. So on the outside looking in, you know, we sitting there saying we playing what they call Monday quarterback, right? So we saying what people should have done, and what we hope we would have done in the situation, right?
But at the same time, it's still not hindsight. We're still speaking forward too.
Absolutely, because it's still going on, right? So my thought process is, why aren't other guys taking a stance with Kaepernick? Why isn't because if the whole team takes a stance, the whole team, and not even just black players.
Woo,
because if
stop.
it's no, that's real. Because if there's a situation where, and I understand white America, you know, you're not black nor brown, so you don't really understand what we go through every day. But you should have an idea. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to finish my statement here, but I got something else. So if Tom Brady say, you know what, I'm with Cap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real elite players in the NFL.
Yes.
Not number 66, number 1. Tom Brady. Russell Wilson.
Aaron
Rodgers.
Yeah.
Eli Manning.
Dak.
If those guys said, man, we not with the bullshit either. You know what I'm saying? We don't really appreciate what's going on in society. Because to be able to look at some of those videos of, you know, black men getting killed on camera, you know, I understand you trying to detain somebody, but you ain't got to be doing all of that. Man. You know what I'm saying?
Not to cut you off, but I tweeted out the other day and I said, and I didn't put a tweet, I did a little video on it.
Yeah.
I said, the guy who ran, we're going to skip, and we're going to come back to this subject, but we're going to come right back real quick so you can hit your point.
Yeah.
The guy who ran over those people in Virginia.
Crazy.
They knew he killed a woman, and they knew he had injured almost 24 almost 24 people, right?
Yeah.
They knew that before they even caught him. So I said, y'all didn't, and they showed his mugshot. I said, y'all didn't shoot him?
Y'all didn't shoot him? Y'all didn't beat him?
Y'all didn't kill him? Y'all didn't beat his ass? Hey, you didn't do what Donald Trump said? You didn't hit his head at the top of the roof? Or when you put him in the car?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't do none of that?
He just.
And y'all knew he killed somebody? He was dangerous to go up on him? Y'all didn't do none of that.
None of it.
And he's a white guy.
Yeah.
So is that white privilege? Because
Yeah.
a black guy gets pulled over, don't have anything, and he's dead.
Dead.
And he's getting pulled over for a traffic violation.
Yeah. Running
see
a
what I'm saying?
red light.
And-
Then use his turning signal.
So go ahead. I'm
Didn't have on the
gonna let you.
seatbelt,
I'm gonna let you finish.
You know, whatever the case
Yeah.
may be. So you getting pulled over, and like I don't have a warrant. I ain't never been to jail.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been none of them places. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm nervous as hell.
Yes.
When I'm getting pulled over, and I ain't done nothing.
Yo, I got pulled over yesterday.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got pulled over yesterday. The first thing I did was I pulled on the main street. I had my boys in the car, my 3 boys with me. I rolled down the windows immediately.
Yeah.
First thing when he walked up, I need you to see my kid.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
Immediately.
and it's crazy. It's crazy that we got to go through that. And I don't know. You know, again, for whatever reason, not even for whatever. We know the reasons, right? But again, we can get back to cap.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, if you had these elite players, white and black, that took a stance on the issues in America, that's what his whole purpose was. It wasn't about anything else, disrespecting the veterans. They try to make it, the media tries to portray it to be something that it's not, right?
Right.
The NFL, at the end of the day, the NFL can't do a damn thing if they don't have players.
No, they not doing that.
No, what I'm saying is if that's taking the ultimate stance. Like, you know, we ain't even gonna play tomorrow.
And it's not about disrespecting the flag. It's not about the anthem or kneeling. It's about treating everyone with respect.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? It's about treating everyone with respect. And I don't, you know, and that's why I sit back and say, like you said, if somebody, okay, this is my thing. If a white person said, like what you said, I'm down with y'all, what does that mean? That means that, look, I'm letting people know that, look, this is wrong.
This is wrong.
I'm gonna sit down too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kneel right next to my teammate, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna kneel with him. I'm gonna sit because this is wrong. It has nothing to do with the anthem. It has nothing to do with the flag. It has everything to do with respect. You know. But to sit back and say, this is what I say. You got. You know, and I sit back and I tweet out something today. Is look, when I say something, that doesn't mean I'm militant, but I'm watching to see if you're aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see if you're going to retweet it or if you're going to like it. You know what I'm saying? Or
X.
Or quote it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because and what I'm looking at, I'm not just looking at blacks who follow me. I'm looking at the whites too. Because I know if I tweet out something else, you're gonna retweet or like it.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to sit there and just look at it and be quiet.
Yeah.
Because when you're silent, that means like you
that's
approve
worse.
of it.
Yeah,
that
like
means like
I'm
you
cool
approve
with
of
it.
what's going on.
Yeah.
And so I'm not good with that, man. And you know, it rubs me the wrong way, man. And you know, for those that like follow me on Twitter, I put up on the top of my Twitter and it says, if you are comfortable with my oppression, then you are my oppressor. A. Philip Randolph. That's by A. Philip Randolph. If you are comfortable with my oppression, then you are my oppressor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you don't speak up when you know something is wrong, and somebody's doing something to hurt me, then guess what? Or a group of people or whatever, then guess what? That means that you're okay with it.
You okay with it? You cool
But
with
yet
it.
at the same time, if somebody did something to you, you'd be ready to cry foul.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You'd be ready to cry foul. So this ain't just necessary. I'm talking to everybody right now. I'm talking to black and especially people who's other opposite. I'm talking to black and brown for sure. But if you're a white person in America, no disrespect by me saying white person, because we talk about black, we say brown, they're all colors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're not doing anything. You're not letting people know your stance on this or where you are. You're doing the same. You might as well say that you agree with it. You condone it. You know what I mean? You condone it. And you can't say it any other way. It's like the president didn't step up the other day and say anything. We know why. You know what I'm saying? All his aides and different people, he had to come out 2 days later because guess what? In between those 2 days, you know what he did? Hey, y'all, I got to go on national television and say this, but we good.
We good. You know,
okay? Y'all straight. I want to have to hit y'all on these back channels and let you know that we straight. Y'all can still do what you do. I'm down. But just to know, when I come out on Monday or whatever and say what I say, I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking about y'all, but I ain't talking to y'all.
Yeah.
I'm talking about y'all to the people who want to hear it, but I ain't talking to y'all. We good. You see what I'm saying?
Good.
So he come out 2 days later and say that after a woman was murdered.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? So come on, man. Where we at? So yeah, I'm gonna start looking. That's why I say I'm looking at people. Are you watching what's going on and you just being quiet? I'm gonna, because if you call me, if you're in a situation and you hurt, whether you're white or brown, if it's wrong, I'm gonna speak up and say it's wrong.
Yeah.
You got more people of black and brown that will stand and tell people when other people are wrong than you got for white people that will sit back and say, y'all wrong for doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't. We don't have that. So that's why I sit back and you know, it drives me to another point that it was just mind-boggling for me to see it today. But the hockey player, man, Jeremy Roenick, he's not doing hockey anymore, right?
Played for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
He sat back and the other day was talking about when Marshawn Lynch sat down during the national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he said, now this is a man, you know, somebody had tweeted out a picture. Check this out. Somebody tweeted out a picture of, I think it's Will Harrison, wasn't Harrison for the Steelers, saying that I wouldn't want this guy on my team and this and that, right? Well, the picture that he tweeted out was a false article. So he hurried up and retweeted the article on his timeline. Because what it did was it said there was an article about a black athlete, James Harrison from the Steelers, condoning people condoning Marshawn Lynch and people for sitting during the anthem. Mm-hmm. But what he didn't look at was he looked at that and hurried up and put that on his Twitter and had people like, look at these guys, I wouldn't want these guys on my team, this and that and that and that. And then what he said about Marvin Harrison, this is a guy that I would want on my team, because he thought that Marvin Harrison actually wrote that article, right? Mm-hmm. When in actuality, if he'd have looked at who it was written by, it was Happy Gilmore. Mm. Happy Gilmore is come on. You see what I'm saying?
The golfer.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So that was interesting that he said that. But the thing about it is, and he said, then he tweeted out, Marshawn, you should have stayed retired.
Wow.
Yeah, you should. This is a white guy, ex-NFL player, NHL player, hockey player that's on team. Marshawn, you should have stayed retired, right? So somebody hit him with this, and it replies, I was a huge fan of yours growing up, but right now you're making me sick. Not a word on Charlottesville, but you're talking about this?
Yeah. Think
about that.
Yeah.
It's a white guy. You ain't say shit about Charlottesville and all these white supremacists, KKKs, Nazis, and you know what I'm saying? Nationalists up there. You ain't say nothing about that on your timeline.
You're talking about Marshawn.
But you talking about Marshawn Lynch sitting down because he feels there's an injustice around, and at the same time there is an injustice that was going on, and you didn't say anything. But all of a sudden, check it out. Then he wants to sit back and says, I think these disgusting Nazis and white supremacists should be gathered up and sent to North Korea. Let them hate there. That was his response. That was his response to the guy who said, I used to be a huge fan of yours. Yeah. So if he hadn't said that,
he wouldn't have said anything.
You wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
And this is, you know what I'm saying? He's on television. He's on
a platform.
You know what I'm saying? He has a platform. But you didn't say nothing. Then somebody called you out.
Before you had a response.
Before you realized that, look, why is he sitting down? Because of shit like that that's going on in Virginia. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you don't want to say that's the same thing for the rest of these quarterbacks and all these other players. Why are they sitting down? It's about the reason. Stop looking at this damn flag. The flag is the national anthem is bait. It was written by slave owners anyway. They don't listen to the whole. They took out 3 stanzas in it. They talking about killing black people in the national anthem. So why would anybody want to stand for the national anthem?
No doubt.
You shouldn't even sing it anymore. The armed forces paid the NFL a whole bunch of money for them to start singing it before games anyway. You see what I'm saying? It's not respectful of everybody in this country.
No doubt.
And I don't want to hear nobody talking about we taking our country back in. It was never your fucking country to begin with. The Indians were here first. So you talk about black people go back to Africa. You take your ass back to Europe or wherever you from. Right. Irish descent, wherever. Get the hell up out of here.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Indians would appreciate us staying more before they appreciate you staying with your white supremacists and nationalists and all, you know what I'm saying, Nazis and all that. Cut that mess out. But the bottom line is going back again. If you're sitting down and you watching all this happen and you don't say anything about it, you might as well say that you co-signed it. You might as well say that you co-signed it. So, that's just...
It's like, I don't know, back in the day, way back in the day when, you had colored and white only restrooms and all that, it was more overt. You knew who your enemies were. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like 2017.
Oh,
you don't know.
I'm gonna give you. I feel you on that. I'm gonna tell you this.
You don't know.
Look, 20 years ago, 25, 30 years ago, they'd have been walking around with hoods on.
Yeah.
Now they got the fucking balls to walk to say they don't even need the hoods anymore. We don't need these hoods no more. We just gonna walk and show you who we are. Damn you and damn everybody around you. Damn our job and the people who we work for or the people who solicit my company. I'm gonna show you my face. I'm gonna show you who I am. You know what I'm saying? And even if they decide to eventually put on hoods again, the people that rally need to square their ass off and snatch all them hoods off of them.
Take all the hoods
off. Listen at this. They pushed the police back through the barricade. Police had a barricade up. They was pushing the police back through the barricade.
Mm-hmm.
The police didn't do nothing.
Yeah, that couldn't have been me, you, and Pew.
That couldn't have been
Rick
us.
Nelson.
That couldn't have been us.
Nah, we would have got.
So where are the white voices at around this community? Every community saying something about it. Who are the people that saying something? You can't say nothing.
They won't say anything.
If y'all got, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like this needs to be dialogue and conversation. Like if you have if you're a Caucasian white guy or woman listening, you need to be taking this seriously. If you're a white guy, if you're a black guy, a brown guy, whoever, you got some Caucasians and white friends, y'all need to have this conversation. Y'all need to have a conversation about this. Why are you not saying? How do you feel about this? Listen. If my kids was getting ready to go to school, I need to know my head coach, this head coach who recruit my son, I need to know your political and social stance. I need to know this.
No doubt.
Because my kid is about to be under your helm. Under your, you know what I'm saying?
Under your watch.
Yeah, under your watch. I need to know your political and social impact on how you feel about things.
And that's the thing. You're not gonna get no real response from nobody.
But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes your actions show more than anything else.
Your actions gonna definitely show more than anything.
That's
why all the time.
Yeah.
If somebody say they love you, but they smack shit out of you, well, what you gonna believe? What they just told you, what they just did. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, I wake up like every day wondering how did he get elected?
I personally. You know, they've changed the voting laws so much about jurisdictions and everything else. It's not about the popular vote. They're making it so that if it's 100 people over there in this community and it's 20 people in that community, they're making it whereas the people in the 20 people community, their vote means just as much as the people in the 100. See what I'm saying?
No, I get
Which is all bullshit.
But it don't make sense.
That's that's protecting what they want to have. You know what I'm saying? That's protecting. And so it's like somebody says, like, the reason you don't see Donald Trump speaking out against white supremacy is the same reason why you don't see Superman and Clark Kent at the same time.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
You know what I'm saying? I was laughing at that, man. But it's like, but going back even to Kappa real quick. And I'm gonna get on these. I want to get on these other athletes because Harry Belafonte had a hell of a. Oh man, he was on point, right?
That was in the group chat.
Yeah.
You said that.
He said, this is from Kwame Rose, activist. He says, this man has risked millions of dollars in an effort to save millions of lives and bring awareness to the issues that people on the ground are fighting. This man has risked millions of dollars to bring awareness.
Because it's like when if you don't have no influence or no power, ain't nobody gonna listen to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, Philando Castile's mom, when she got up and she spoke, Trayvon Martin, when these parents get up there and speak, it just kind of go over, blind eyes and deaf ears. Like, oh, okay, we hear y'all, it's cool. You're gonna settle out of court, you're gonna get a settlement, $3 million or whatever the case may be, and then that's it. because they don't have power and influence. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that shit happened to LeBron's son, then it's a whole different ball game.
Oh, see, I ain't thinking. You threw me for a loop now.
I have to fuck you up.
Did you see when LeBron tweeted the other day?
No, I did
LeBron
not.
tweeted out. Keep it. I'm gonna come right back to you.
No. So I'm just saying, like, if you have power and influence, then people tend to listen to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why with this whole Kaepernick situation, even going to the whole Donald Sterling with the Clippers, you know, had those guys said, and they got guaranteed money, and even if you don't have guaranteed money, if Chris Paul and those guys say, you know, we're not gonna play for the rest of the season, you don't think what could have been the implications for them?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what would have happened? What would have happened to you if if every 16 man, like, you know, we ain't even gonna play.
We don't want to go there.
We
don't want to go. We didn't went there a long time ago.
No, I'm just saying.
Michael Bennett sat down too. He said, "I ain't standing for that
I ain't
no more."
fuck sitting down. I'm saying
you
not
this.
playing.
Okay.
That hold on. Hear me.
You're right. I hear you.
Hear me out, because what I'm saying is that's deeper than just sitting down.
Absolutely, it is.
If I'm telling you, you know what, Coach, we ain't gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do? You gonna run out and grab 60 dudes out of the parking lot? We telling you, game night is tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We not gonna tell you the day before.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna tell you today. Hey, Coach, we not gonna play today.
Or owner. Excuse me.
The owner,
yeah.
GM, whoever.
Owner.
We not playing. We're not gonna play tonight.
They're gonna lose billions.
Yeah. Shit changes real fast. We talk about money.
But they ain't got the balls to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
The balls to do it.
The only way you're gonna really have some true change, because again, these guys have power and they have influence.
Mm-hmm.
They have to not play. And again, it's got to be everybody. It's got to be Tom Brady. It's got to be Aaron Rodgers. It's got to be everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's not just those guys, who Tom Brady gonna pass the ball to?
Mm-hmm. So
okay, Tom, you go out there. Because at the end of the day, NFL, NBA, these are sports that are primarily black driven, right? Primarily, especially in the NBA,
right?
Mm-hmm. It's a black driven product.
Mm-hmm.
If you're saying that we're not playing, right? Carmelo, James Harden, we're not playing.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a bunch of mediocre white guys playing. Who gonna watch that?
White and black.
White and black. Yeah. But the black guys ain't playing.
Right.
So then you got an all white and European League foreigners. I'm just saying, who gonna watch it?
I agree with you. But
if you ain't got LeBron, KD, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, Carmelo, James Harden playing,
somebody gonna have to get to them. Steph Curry, all this.
I'm just saying,
somebody got to get to them, because guess what? I mean, we reached out. I don't think that they got the fucking balls to do it. No, let me tell you why. Donald Sterling, he was the owner of the LA Clippers. He was a billionaire. He called them niggers. He called this and that and that and that, everything, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
And all they did was, guess what? They turned their shirts over to the black side.
Yeah.
And warmed up and still played the game anyway.
Yeah.
You know what they got out of that? A new owner. A new $1 billion owner. That's what they got. Oh, good job, guys. Good job.
Somebody that probably...
They got a new $1 billion owner because they flipped their shirts over instead of not playing the game. You see what I'm saying? Good job, guys. You did a great job. Guess what? The next couple weeks, another black man died. Another brown person died. You know what I'm saying? Another person got strangled and killed. You know what I'm saying? But y'all did all that to get a new owner. Good job. Congratulations.
That's what I'm saying. So
you know what I'm saying?
It's the power of influence. So those guys have influence. The only way that you make true change is really, when it comes to, you know, this is not a secret. When it comes to white America, the only way you fuck with them is with money. That's it.
That's their love.
That's it.
Listen.
That is it. Black people are the #1 consumer of products in the world.
Go ahead, Moel Rouse. Speak then.
No, I'm saying.
I'm listening.
We buy more shit than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
We don't own anything.
We don't have the fucking balls to not spend our money.
We don't own anything.
And those athletes don't have the fucking balls to sit down because they're too worried about their next paycheck.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You know, somebody said, somebody sent me something. I told we're going to address it on the summer podcast. I forgot what it was. It was on my phone. I don't have it with me. They was like about you know, a woman wrote a story talking about, well, my son is a good football player. He's this and that, and he has opportunity to make this and be able to support his family.
Mm-hmm.
And if people stop playing football, y'all sit down, that's going to take away from his opportunity. So should he not sit down? And that's a great question, right? That's a great question. So I need y'all to keep playing so he can have his opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So, in other words, you're saying you want everybody to keep playing so that your son can have opportunity. You want us to continue to stand and keep playing while the injustice is going on so that your son can have an opportunity. But guess what? If something happened to your child, you would want us to stand up quick and help your child. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But don't you realize what we're doing right here, sitting and doing this together collectively, is helping somebody else's child? And this is, don't forget, Kaepernick is somebody's child.
And Kaepernick is also mixed.
Yeah.
Let
me go
go
back on these dudes. Right?
Right mom.
These dudes will not sit down because they worried about their money. Right? That's what they worried about. Kaepernick has lost millions of dollars. And these dudes is just worried about money.
Yeah.
They worried about money. But if something happened to one of their kids,
they
would want everybody. They would go on social media, hey, my kid, this and that, and want everybody to stand up and ride and fight for them. But they not fighting for other people's kids. They not. Listen, Harry Belafonte, I need to play this for everybody. I need to let him hear. He said, never in America has there been so many black people who have elevated themselves to a point where they can have financially elevated themselves to a point where we have more than anybody ever at any other time. Rich people of color, right? Mm-hmm. But yet there has never been a more time where no one of color has spoken up for the next person.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No one of color is standing up and being a leader and denouncing things and saying that. Never. We're all fighting to make this money, but now when you get up there, you got quiet. You get quiet. You know what I mean?
I mean, like you said, I mean, it all boils down with, just to having the power of influence. If you got influence, man, you got power, you can change a lot of things. I swear, if Michael Jordan would have just said one thing, like, man, cut that out.
Would have helped us all.
Would have helped everybody. Like you said, he was too busy, worried about, selling the next shoe. And then, obviously, we bought him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's elevating yourself and being able to think long term. These are long term decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's not a short term solution. So if you're thinking short term, like, oh man, if I don't play in this game, then I'm gonna lose some money. Yeah, you might lose some money.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of fucking money, so you're gonna be alright, right?
But
the implications of taking that stance, because see, at the end of the day, those owners and general managers know one thing: they can't do what the players do.
Yes.
So I need you.
Yes.
No. When I say I need you, but I really need you.
Mm-hmm. I need you
to go out there and hit.
No, not that.
Grab rebounds.
I need you to go talk to Kaepernick and calm him down.
Oh.
I need you to make sure that he plays today.
Absolutely.
I need you to do this.
I need you.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Steven, that's Steven.
Yeah,
I'm talking to Steven from Django.
So if I know that this person needs me, granted, there's other football players and other people that can play and all that. So it's not like these guys are the only. But at the end of the day,
listen.
They take a stance collectively, along with some elite white players.
Yes. So if you're
hold on, one last thing too, because sometimes like I always tell my kids, like, it only matters in the moment. Like, the moment is crucial, because once you pass that moment and it's over with.
It's over.
So you can never get Donald Sterling. You can never Chris Paul and DeAndre and Blake could never get that moment back.
Never.
Because at that time, if they would have said, "We're not gonna play. We're not playing for the rest of the year,"
a huge change already.
It would have been incredible.
Yeah.
Because now you're fucking up not just the Clippers' money; they have opponents
every
too.
NBA
so
owner,
everybody's like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" Everybody's like, "What's going on?"
Yo, we
still got games to play.
We got to talk about this.
We got to refund all this money to these fans because the Clippers are in town and ain't nobody gonna be there to play against them.
Man, listen, let me tell you.
So that moment is dead. So people out here listening, the moment is crucial. After the fact, it's like, yeah, I'm sorry and I'm apologetic and this happened and that happened. Oh, I wish I would have did this.
Man, I hope
It's too late.
I hope y'all share this podcast with somebody. I hope y'all share this. If you're getting something out of it, I hope you share it. I would say this in regards to.
Even if you don't share,
in
it's all
regards
good.
to, absolutely. in regards to these players not doing this and not doing that. Harry Belafonte, I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play it.
You gonna play it?
I'm gonna play it for everybody.
At the end?
Oh yeah, they gonna hear it.
Okay.
But what he said was,
His voice is a little raspy.
to mute the slave has always been in the best interest of the slave owners.
Yeah.
To mute the slave has always been in the best interest of the slave owners. I need you to shut up and make me what I need. I don't care about what you need. Shut up.
And it's funny you say that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you haven't seen A Birth of a Nation, go kill yourself. Not a little bit, but
Slap yourself. Just slap yourself.
Yeah, slap yourself a couple times. And because that was the whole premise of, I won't say the whole premise of it, but that was a huge portion of what that movie was about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, they taught Nat Turner to read, but you can only read the Bible.
Right.
Don't even think about grabbing another book. This is the only book you can read.
Mm-hmm.
And because he was so well versed in the gospel and the Bible, the other slave masters and owners knew that.
Yes.
And so we're going to bring one of your kind. Power of influence. Someone that can influence you,
Mm-hmm.
look like you,
Mm-hmm.
speak the same language, y'all can relate on a level.
Yeah.
We're going to bring you, Nat Turner, to speak to
These
others who are unruly,
Mm-hmm.
who are rebelling.
Mm-hmm.
We need to mute them, right? Like you said, we need to mute them.
Yeah.
So we're going to have you speak the holy gospel to them, tell them what they need to do or not do to the slave masters so we can have some order around here.
Right.
And every time he went to these different places, he saw how they was being treated. And it was egregious, and it got worse and worse every
Yes.
time. And the hatred
Mm-hmm.
built in more and more every single time he witnessed it.
Yes.
So to your point, yeah, we need you to be quiet. We
Yes.
need you to follow the rules, follow the orders, and do what we say.
Shut up.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it,
Do as I say, not as I do.
Nat Turner went ballistic.
Went
But
ballistic.
again, you got to see that movie if you haven't already. And it's crazy. Again, I always talk about, and we touched on this before. Even with that movie, I know we kind of digress a little bit. But even with that movie, when it first came out, people were saying, "Oh, I don't want to go see another slave movie," or "I don't want to go see this," and I'm tired of this and I'm tired of that. And wasn't he accused of raping somebody and this, that, and the third? And so it was just like, and we fell for it.
Fell for it.
We fell for the okie doke. We
Fell
fell
for
for the banana in the tailpipe
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So we didn't go support the movie.
Yeah, I remember Robin Roberts tried to put him on national TV, tried to take him out on Good Morning America.
I said,
whatever.
yeah. You asked him about a rape charge that was 20 years ago
Yeah.
that he was acquitted of. I've been acting for over 10 years. This shit never came up before.
Yes.
But I make a movie like this, now y'all want to start asking me about some shit that happened when I was in college?
Yeah.
And we fell for
And
it.
they sent a black woman to get him. Sent a black woman to get him.
Again, power of influence. She could have been like, nah, I'm not doing that to him.
She could have said that.
And like, nah, I'm going to pass. Y'all can send somebody else.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, it's not really important
Yeah.
because it happened so long ago and he was acquitted over it.
Yeah.
And it's not his first movie. He's been acting for 10 plus years. So why haven't this ever came up? And it's like it's like, how do we fall for that? I don't understand. There were so many people that I knew that was like that didn't want to go see it because of that. I'm like, are you paying attention to what's going on? The media is here
Yeah.
to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just gonna buy into that?
Hey, man.
Crazy, man.
Listen, y'all, I'm going to say like this. Stop turning a blind eye to racism. Just stop doing it. White, black, stop doing it. Stop turning a blind eye to racism when you know something is wrong. You know what I mean? You know something is wrong. And it's the same thing. We might at LeBron them on this. We might have to cut out this part and just tweet it to them. And they probably would never say nothing to us. Probably never speak to me. I'm okay with that. But guess what? I'm just repeating what Harry Belafonte said. Never in the history has there been more people of color with influence than there are now that are sitting back and not saying anything.
Nothing.
Never.
I mean,
You want to just talk about black basketball players? or football players. He's talking
Entertainers.
about everything.
Actors,
Entertainers,
everybody.
actors.
Yeah.
Yes, every time. So
And again, it, you know, I'm hopeful that I'll have some influence. I'll be able to say some things. I wouldn't be afraid to speak up on it. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, you've been speaking now.
Well, I mean, I don't have that. I don't have their influence. I'm saying if I was on that level, because like, you know, some of those guys have taken some stances and done some things, but as always, you can always do more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know them personally, so I can't say what they should, you know, do more. Just do something. You know what I'm saying? I think
Let people see you doing something.
Yeah.
Don't be like, you know what I'm saying, like everybody gives Michael Jordan is probably the best athlete and basketball player of all time, however you want to look. But from a humanitarian standpoint and from a people of color standpoint, to me, he damn near at the bottom of the list for what he's done, for what he's made, and what we've helped him to make.
Yeah, I think
he's damn near at the bottom, respectfully. From a basketball standpoint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him that. He's the GOAT.
You the GOAT basketball wise.
Go.
We got what is he? Humanitarian? What is he? A rat?
No.
A cockroach?
A cockroach. Stomp his ass. A cockroach.
You the GOAT of basketball, but the roach of humanitarian.
Yeah, don't stand for anything. You don't stand for anything.
Nothing.
You don't stand for anything. So
it's crazy. And my mom couldn't stand him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because of that, she's a huge LeBron fan because of his
and she
his
from
activism.
Chicago. Speak on it.
Yeah, she's from the Shire, so she just didn't like, you know, she just didn't like it. And as a kid, I didn't really understand it. Obviously, and as I got older, you see it and you're like, man, you got the influence.
Yeah.
You got influence. You got influence. I mean, you could walk into a place. You a director of a AAU program. You could walk into a place and you people gonna listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're saying the right things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you have people's ear.
Right.
You can give people the. I was on my way here. I was talking to Pew, and he had told me that a coach had said something to him about a player that he actually liked.
Okay.
High school coach, and what the high school coach told him wasn't necessarily all positive.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "Ooh, you got to be careful with who you tell negative things to about a player, because again, that influence could lead Pew to go talk to somebody else and dog the kid out, and so now that person is like, oh well, shit, I respect Pew's opinion. He told me that." The head coach of this particular school that this kid played for said X, Y, and Z about him. I'm off that kid.
Guess what?
Happens that fast.
It happens that fast. But if I'm that dude, if I hear two sides, let me get the contact of the other guy, because he sees something that you didn't see. I need to get his perspective on it.
That's the mature, that is level-headed approach.
Yeah. Everybody's
not gonna take that stance. Somebody gonna just say, oh well, this is what was said about the kid. I'm taking it as face value and I'm moving on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with how you relay information to certain people, especially when you got influence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's it in a nutshell. You know. Yeah. And I know we were things happened in Charlottesville a couple days ago.
Not only that, the same group.
Yeah. Talk about this.
Passed got a petition to do it at Texas A&M University.
Home of the Aggies.
On September 11th, 9/11. And the school approved it 2 weeks ago.
Check this out. So, I've never heard of Charlottesville, Virginia, ever.
University of Virginia's there. NBA Top 100 camp.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to then, I've never heard of Charlottesville.
Mm-hmm.
I heard of Charlotte, but I never heard of Charlottesville, right? Mm-hmm. So, a couple years ago, 3 years ago, I think, I went to the Top 100 camp.
Mm-hmm.
Really dope place.
Yeah. Nice
campus. Had a great time. I was there for maybe about 5 or 6 days. So when I hear about they having this rally there, that's the first thing with my memory went back to this great time that I had there 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Now all this bullshit is happening on this campus.
Yes.
On this college campus.
Yeah.
Where you have a bunch of ethnicities there. You bring this group on this campus, and then before we got started today, you telling me that they approved A&M to have a rally on 9/11.
And them board approved it. Who remember? Yeah.
So that says a lot to me about Texas A&M.
Yeah.
For you to approve it.
Yeah. Now let's at the same time let's say this. Today, they pulled the petition back. Okay, they canceled the petition for them to be able to do that.
I wonder why.
Because you know what? I went on Twitter the other day and I said something, and people didn't like what I said. Nobody wanted to retweet it. That's why I say you sit up there, you silent about some shit that you should be retweeting. Because you make people aware of it. And that's not about bringing me any attention and publicity, but you should be able to speak on it as well. And I said for everybody who's got a kid, an athlete, or a black person on A&M on that campus, they need to leave
now.
Everything, empty their dorm rooms and leave that campus before that 9/11, before they approve that event. And if they approve that event and they let them people go through with that event on that campus, they should never go back.
Get out of there.
They should never go back, because that means that they don't give a damn about you. And what happened in Charlottesville can happen up there at the same time, and they don't give a damn about you. And they approved it 2 weeks before. That means that they didn't give a damn. They're gonna let anybody say it was about White Lives Matter. They're just gonna let White Lives Matter have a white lives. Every day is white.
White lives.
White people wake up on the offense. Black people and people of color wake up on the defense every day.
Every day.
Every day. So you talk about White Lives Matter. Black people wake up every day on the defense. When you get stopped by the police, we got to make sure we say things the proper way so that you don't do the wrong thing. We got to make sure when we talking to you that you smile and you don't frown up. If you frown up, we're going to try to correct what we saying, because we don't want nothing bad to happen.
Every day.
Every day. Then you got white people that look at the police and cuss him out and say this and say that, and don't shit happen to them. Give me that bullshit about White Lives Matter. That's fucking white privilege. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I said that for the majority of the people that are on A&M campus are athletes. They're up there for sports. Vast majority. Mm-hmm. Okay? So if those athletes left and then come back, it's going to affect their bottom line. If the football athletes left and then come back, it's going to be football season, it's going to affect their bottom line. Because if you're an administrator of that school and the president of it, the vice president, and you're okay with these people coming in here with this stuff, that means guess what? You're one of the guys that's turning the blind eye to everything. Yeah. Because you like White Lives Matter. What you mean? We wake up every fucking day. We can do anything we want to do.
And it's not even the White Lives Matter. It's also like, are you down with this group?
Exactly.
Are you affiliated?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we've got to give everybody freedom of speech. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
But I did find out today, because I talked to, the good thing about it is I talked to Coach Kennedy today. Head coach Billy Kennedy from Texas A&M.
Again, look, message. I'm going to put message at the bottom of the screen when I put the video up there.
Okay.
He must have saw your tweets.
I don't know.
He did. That's called the power of influence.
Okay. Talked to head coach Billy Kennedy today.
Let me ask you a question. Has he called you?
He called me.
No. Has he called you within the last 2 months?
No.
Yeah, that's power of influence. He said, "Oh shit, Lowe is out here, causing the stir."
Yeah.
So let me call him.
But it had nothing to do with that coach. I need that coaching to understand that. Look, man, y'all need to talk to these people at the top. Let people understand that we are watching you. We're watching how y'all handle this situation.
And you can't tell me, not to cut you off, because I want to hear how this conversation went. Mm-hmm. You can't tell me that he don't have the influence to do that. And at least
he knows people who do.
If nothing else, like, hey, this ain't a good idea.
Even
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The football coach. God damn, I just had a tongue. Just lost my mind.
But
was at Houston. Just went. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. Don't even worry about it, because I don't know his name either. Mm-hmm. But all I know is that the power of influence will get you to where you need to be. So anyway, go ahead. So what happened? He called you today.
He called me. We talked. Just brief discussions. I don't want to put everything out there about
no doubt.
lightweight things. And then he just basically said, what the guys are going to be off campus until probably the 28th. Lets me know that they
he let you know that he did what? He read that fucking tweet.
You know, respectfully.
Yeah.
However, or he got to him.
It got to him. Somehow it got to him.
And but the thing about
power
it is,
of
you know,
influence.
whether that was his whole purpose in calling or not.
It was.
I'm gonna say
he
that
might,
you know
he might be no. I don't want to hear this, Marlon.
No. Go ahead.
Because I mean, yeah, he might be trying to recruit one of your players. What I ain't talking about none of that. He called you specifically, knowing that he read that message or messages that you have posted. Knowing that at some point, whether it's now or later or 4 years from now, you may have a player
they
that he wants to recruit.
Up there right now.
You see what I'm saying?
John Walker.
You see what I'm saying? So he that was a courtesy call. He was OG on that one.
Respectfully,
we called
I like Coach Kennedy, man. He's a good guy.
No fly zone.
He's a God-fearing man. He's a God-fearing man, respectful, soft-tone man. I respect who he is.
We wearing all black today.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
How we do that?
How we do that though?
I'm giving Coach Kennedy his props,
give
man.
Give him his props. You got on black flip flops.
Yeah.
Shorts and a tee.
Just happened to
Just happened to be all black everything. Shout out to Ho 444. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna get off that. No, you good?
I'm just saying. And Kevin Sumlin, that's the head football coach for Texas A&M. But anyway, Coach Kennedy called and we just talked. I mean, I like him. I respect him. He has called me before, just communicating, and we talk. And he's and bottom line is, after the conversation today, it was like, look, man, which has happened before. Again, reminding you, Lo, if there's anything that I can do to help you, holler at me, let me know. And I told him the same thing, Coach. If there's anything I can do to help you, holler at me, let me know. And it was a mutual respect. And I'm not going to sit back and say, because that conversation never came up about the tweets, so I can't say that he called me because of that.
Well, he did say that they will be on camera till 9.
And I'm cool. Something. Yeah, he did say that, which was cool, respectfully. But all I know is the fact that as a head coach and as a man, he reached out and let me know that, look, my door is open.
My guys are
good. My phone is open. My phone is open to you, and if you ever need anything, let's talk. You know what I mean? So I was cool with that, you know. And I said the same thing, Coach. If you need something from me, let me know, because he coached one of my previous players that's in the league, Daniel House.
Poochie.
You know what I'm saying? And Anthony Collins, who played for me. So
AC.
And I trust Coach Kennedy with those guys, and I know he's a good man. So, but the thing about it is, when we talked about what was going to be, what Texas A&M allowed to have happen, allowing to have happen up there, it had nothing to do with Billy Kennedy or Kevin Sumlin directly. It could have affected them indirectly, but we know that wasn't their call.
Yeah,
you know
of course not.
So they're working for the people who are saying, look, y'all just go out and get these boys and make us some money. You know what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, you're coming from you're a sports person, so if your tweet was talking about get all the econ majors out and you was a damn teacher, then I'd be like, oh, I see what you're talking about. Get all the chemistry majors. Yeah, you're a sports guy, sports platform, so you're talking about athletes.
Yeah.
So
and that's what and that's solely what it was about, man. So and I'm just trying to protect them, because the kids, it's not about, we had some people say if they allowed that at A&M, some people hit me and say, look, we going up there. We're going to be battling this shit. I'm going to the battleground. I said, ho. I tweet out the same thing. Get the kids away, because they need to be safe from this type of environment. They don't need to be there during that time. Those kids need to be off campus and gone. They don't need to be around that. Don't need to be in their dorms. Don't need to be at nobody else's house for protection. They need to be as far away from that campus as possible when we know what happened up in Charlottesville.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that was my purpose of saying that they need to be as far away as possible. Because
I wonder
if they stayed there, there's always one or two be like, yo, man, we finna go down and check this out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It always happens like that.
It's gonna be somebody.
So get them away.
Get them out of there.
Get them away. Let's not do that.
I wonder, as I'm thinking about this, I wonder if are they like trying to recruit? Is this like on some higher learning? Trying to get a Remy? Why college campuses? Why are they trying to have these at a college campus? I'm sure there's so many other places that they can actually go to. So again, power. Hey, look, y'all gonna get tired of me saying this. Power of influence. They coming up there in numbers, and there are some, college is a time frame, your life where you're trying to figure yourself out. Are they recruiting? Are they trying to recruit, new guys to join their regime?
Right.
Is that their sole purpose of hitting the college campus?
They want to grow. They want to grow.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely, they want to grow.
You got kids that are impressed.
So whoever allowed this 2 weeks ago, signed off on this petition 2 weeks ago, was okay with these white supremacists, the Nazis.
Neo-Nazis.
You know what I'm saying? They're okay with the KKK. They're okay with them growing. They were okay with this. Coming out and learning how to grow a negative brand. You know what I'm saying? A brand that stands for negativity, killing, destroying, and everybody about a culture. You know what I'm saying? Whoever signed off with that was okay with that happening. And I'm not good with that.
I wonder why they don't just show up in Third Ward or something.
Why don't they
Why
show
don't
up
you go
on
to the south side of Chicago?
That's what I said. Why don't they show up on the south side of Chicago? How about that? Go to the south side of Chicago. Walk down Stony Island. Walk down Cottage Grove. That's the best street to walk down. Just walk down Cottage Grove. You know what I'm saying?
Why not go there?
I mean,
So that's what I'm saying. I think it's.
But let me tell you about another thing that happened. On Sunday, what they was also doing was when they was showing all these guys pictures of the people that was out there. They was, I guess, there's some way you can do facial recognition now. They was putting it in on something, and they finding out where all these guys were in their workplaces and everything else. And one of them put up that one of them works at the University of Nevada, Reno. On the campus at the University of Nevada, Reno. Right? So I tweeted that too and say, for all of y'all coaches out there that's got the University of Nevada, Reno recruiting your kids, guess what they got to look forward to on that campus? Guess what they got to look forward to on that campus? One of these guys right here, he works at Nevada, Reno. That's what they showed. They showed it. You know what I'm saying? Showed his class, his everything, his work, and they showed it. And I'm like, Eric Musselman is the head coach there. His dad coached in the NBA. Mm-hmm. So it's like a white head coach. Fine. He's coach. He good. Mm-hmm. But y'all about to send y'all kids up here? These people just showed you that they don't care who knows about who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So I'm like, yo, if y'all gonna send your kids in the University of Nevada, Reno, guess what? That might have been the only one that they caught on TV from there. Mm-hmm. It was more that traveled with him. And he got some partners on campus up there.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
So, come on, man.
But it's not surprising, though. You know what I'm saying?
Not surprising.
You just don't know. You just don't know the way in which people, think in that thought process. And
yeah, it's just something else, man.
It's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? Because, what Rodney King say? Man, why can't we all just get along?
And why he had to say that after they watched him get his ass beat on national television, and the cops got off.
I was a kid. I might have been 10, and I remember seeing that. Like, dang.
Yeah.
That was the first. Going live.
And most of the time, you look at it like this. It's not about black people acting first. We react. We've been reactors. You know what I'm saying? Because if we go in first doing this and doing that, they ready to bring out the National Guards.
Ready to bring the National Guard out. And like you said, so over the course of, I would say it's been a lot more recently, but over the course of maybe 5 or 6 years, maybe a little longer. And obviously it's been going on for forever, but it's been more cases, and that's only because there's social media. Every phone has a camera now, so people are recording it. Think about all the shit that we didn't see. Hold on a second.
Did you see the police officers out in Philly? You see that? Mm-mm. They turn off their body cameras, not realizing that the body cameras stay. It takes 30 seconds before it went off. They got caught planting drugs, and then taking people to jail. You know what I'm saying? Why? For what?
Trying to fuck my life up.
They did that to people. They had to go back and they in court letting people out now. These white police officers.
Planting drugs.
Planting drugs. They show it. It's all over the news. Showing
now,
it.
I mean, and now even
They
even
hold on a
though-
second.
Okay.
They turning their body cameras off, dog.
Yeah. Supposed to keep them on.
They turning them off, planting drugs, just to take somebody to jail and fuck their life up forever.
And they're changing.
What should happen to these cops?
Oh man, let me tell you, man.
Immediately, what should happen?
Man, just give them like 30 days off, man. with
That's
pay.
what they're gonna give them.
Yeah.
They should give them the same amount of time that guy, whoever was gonna get those drugs, whoever his whatever his sins would have been, those cops deserve that.
Because if you do that, you minimize the BS that takes place.
You set an example.
Yeah, but because they know that they'll get away with whatever, so it don't even really matter. So they just living above the law.
That's what they do.
Every day, all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for them to do anything to you, they know like ain't no repercussions. Ain't no true repercussions gonna come my way. I'm gonna get some paid time off. If I do get let go for a little longer, we're gonna get a little GoFundMe account. Set that up. We're gonna be good. Ain't worried about nothing. We're gonna get a little desk job for a little while, let it die down some. Then I'm back on the street.
Absolutely.
So like they already know it's set up for them. But I was gonna touch on that. You said planting drugs. They're getting ready to change these drug laws too. You know that's next on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? Because you got this heroin epidemic that's been going on for forever. But
Heroin.
But now it's affecting heroin.
No. You know they got a new name for it.
What they calling it?
When it affects the white community, they got a good name for
What's
it.
a good name?
Opioids.
Opioids. Yeah.
When it affects the white community, it's got a new name for it.
So-
Opioids.
so-
It's fucking crack, man.
Yeah. So
They're crackheads.
so
They're crackheads. The kids are fucking crackheads.
So
They're
now-
doing drugs. You know what I'm saying?
So,
But no, I'm not
No,
cool with that.
no,
You
I'm
went
saying-
there. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I wasn't
I'm just-
going there.
I'm going there.
But they called it now. They're gonna come up with all kind of legislation and laws that they
Yeah.
passing now that it's affecting the white community.
Yeah.
Are you speaking up about this? No, you're
No.
not, because they want to say crackheads. They talk about the crackheads. It's in the inner city. It's the black. They're doing this. They're doing that. Now that it affects theirs,
It's
they about to
all
pass
different.
all kind of legislation.
It's all different. You know what I'm saying? And now you got guys that's been spending the past 10, 15 years behind bars over that. You know,
Yeah.
it's not designed for us. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it really isn't.
Man, look.
It really isn't. So I ain't got much more to say on it.
I'm gonna tell y'all what. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this home.
You
Like
got
I said, Roland Martin had a great conversation the other day with Harry Belafonte, and we're gonna play his episode. It's about if you got a few minutes, guys, it's about 6 minutes long, and I really want y'all to be able to hear this about what he's saying.
you gonna play the whole clip.
I'm gonna play it from beginning because it's important.
All right, y'all tune in.
It's great.
Oh no, I heard it
I
already.
think it's great.
LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, they stand up big ESPYs and talk about athletic involvement and social issues. We have Colin Kaepernick, plays for San Francisco 49ers. He decides, I'm not going to stand with the national anthem. Being attacked all across the country. In fact, Mike Freeman wrote this piece for the Bleacher Report. Came out on August 31st, where NFL front office executives said, he's a traitor. F that guy. I will quit if my owner asks me to sign him. There's no way I would want this guy on my team. If their comments are true, San Francisco cuts him, no team ever signs him. Does that become a chilling effect for the next athlete who decides to take a stand? How should the public respond to these kind of anonymous comments? NFL front office executives.
To mute the slave has always been to the best interests of the slave owner. And I think that when a black voice is raised in protest to oppression, those who are comfortable with our oppression are the first to criticize us for daring to speak out against it. I think that it's a noble thing that he's done. I think that speaking out and making people aware of the fact that you are paying homage to an anthem that also has a constituency that by the millions suffer is a noble and a courageous man having done that. Now, I say this with some history of my own. I was at the height of American success, hit records and movies and being rewarded by millions of people coming in attendance to the audiences that I played around the world. The machinery of oppression was always at work trying to discredit me, make me a communist, make me unpatriotic, etc., etc., etc. And it takes a lot of courage to stand up in the face of that onslaught, that reactive moment, and not bend to the wind. What I would love to see is I would love to see a few hundred other black athletes take that as a symbol. It doesn't affect the game. It doesn't affect the way it's going to be played. It just tells you a lot about what the people on the field are thinking in their every waking moment.
So you're saying you would love to see athletes today rally around him, like that group of black athletes, Jim Brown, Bill Russell, and others, when they rallied around Muhammad Ali?
Absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, the black community, now let me go further than that, the American community, the citizens of this nation are beautifully enhanced by being exposed to the fact that there's this dissatisfaction and that there's something they can do about fixing it. And I think that what he has done not only comes out of a tradition of protest, but I think is one of the most important weapons we have.
But he also says this 44 years after Jackie Robinson wrote it. Jackie Robinson wrote, in his own words, his autobiography. He said, he talked about that first World Series he performed in. And he said, he stood there playing the national anthem, and they were singing, and the flag is billowing in the wind. And he said, as I write this 20 years later, I cannot stand and sing the anthem. I cannot salute the flag. I know that I am a black man in a white world in 1972, in 1947, at my birth in 1919. I know that I never had it made.
Not only was he right in a righteous way, as well as in a historic way, but I think that what Jackie Robinson did encouraged an awful lot of other players that came after him to stand with dignity and to stand with strength in the face of that kind of debate. I'm just sorry to see that more black people who have attained the level of success. I once said to a group of young black artists, as never before has America boasted of such a harvest of celebrity as we experience today. Across the boards, we have more black artists with hit records and in front of show business and on all the charts. We have black athletes of the yin-yang in almost every sport. We have so many where black celebrity is displayed that could make a difference. And yet never has there been such an absence of black celebrity voice in relationship to the problems that black people face today in a severe way. I'm amazed at the fact that with Trayvon Martin and any number of people who have been murdered and who have been shot down and who are the victims of a certain kind of unrepentant racist behavior, that black people haven't flooded the streets in a greater act of protest to all of this that's going on. Ethel Randolph once said, if you are comfortable with my oppression, then you are my oppressor.
That says a whole lot right there.
Kickstart your day at 7 and get the news you need.
So y'all, we appreciate y'all listening, tuning in. As we get ready to conclude, I'm going to say this. Stop letting people point out any type of negative thing about Colin Kaepernick. Period. They should be saying more positive things about what he's doing, what he's lost for his mission and his goal than anything else. He is a modern day hero. for blacks, for whites, for browns, for everyone. Because not in this millennium, not in this ages, in this decade, these last couple of decades, has anybody stood and allowed themselves to be put in position that he has been put in, and nobody stood behind him. He's risked millions of dollars to make awareness, to bring awareness of what's going on. And so anybody who wants to just talk about him kneeling for an anthem that was made by slave owners and talked about killing slaves, and he has to stand for that. You want me to stand up for an anthem that talked about killing me? And I've got to stand up for that? Come on, man. That's not what it's about. If you want to be silent, then you might as well say that you agree with everything that's going on. Until next time,
Yo, we out.
holla.